Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless suggest that Aristotle Dumas and Sally Spectra may be planning a surprise romance. Let's discuss how this could unfold because Billy Abbott's alliance could cause problems. It's clear that Billy and Sally's romance is already beginning to fall apart, particularly now that he's lying to her about his intentions with Aristotle. Since Sally and Adam Newman's relationship ended because of secrets and lies, Sally and Billy may be headed for the same outcome. But it's also intriguing that the plot of Billy and Sally is being presented to Aristotle. Since Phyllis Summers has been luring Billy toward her lately, we may see the possibility of a love quartet involving her. Sally is more likely to find a new romantic interest and pursue a different romantic path as Billy and Phyllis become closer. A mysterious man who happens to cross Sally's path later on has also generated some YNR rumors. Once he gets to Genoa City, Sally might start a discussion with someone at the bar without recognizing him as Aristotle. Naturally, no one has ever seen a photograph of Aristotle, and his precise age has also never been established. It's possible that Aristotle is considerably younger than people think, or that by now his son has climbed through the ranks to succeed him. Aristotle Jr. might be visiting the area, especially because YNR is keeping a close eye on Billy Flynn's new role. In any event, Sally has doubts about Aristotle and will continue to foretell the drama that is developing. It's safe to assume that Sally will soon uncover the complete truth regarding Billy and Aristotle's partnership. Maybe there will be sparks, especially if Billy strays with Phyllis and gives Sally a cause to look for solace elsewhere. It would be soap opera if all of this resulted in Sally's eventual relationship with Aristotle. According to teasers on The Young and the Restless, Billy's alliance with Aristotle might cause more issues than he anticipated. Stay back for more surprising news. Billy Abbott will receive an SOS in Paris as Phyllis Summers' disappearance will be looked into, according to The Young and the Restless recap for Thursday, February 20th. Billy and Sally Spectra will prepare for a sleep and spend some time between the sheets after they get back from the cafe. Summer Newman and Daniel Romalotti Jr. will become more and more alarmed by Phyllis's disappearance after they return to Genoa City. Summer and Daniel are still unable to contact Phyllis, who has refused to attend the family brunch that she insisted on. Billy will add that Phyllis contacted him earlier with updates on Daniel accepting the position, and Daniel will phone to check if he has heard from her. Billy didn't perceive anything unusual because Phyllis appeared to be doing well and was thrilled that Daniel would be joining the team. Daniel will provide some suggestions about where Phyllis might be, such as a last-minute trip to Chicago or even a date, after Billy reminds him that she is impulsive. Daniel will find it hard to accept that Phyllis would voluntarily allow them to worry in this way since he believes they would be aware if she was seeing someone else. Summer will also be worried and regret not paying more attention to Daniel's worries last night. Billy will leave Phyllis a voicemail when he cuts off communication with Daniel, urging her to call her children because they are concerned about her. When Phyllis receives his message, Billy will also encourage her to text him. Sally will notice that Billy is also worried and question whether he wants to return to Genoa City. Billy will contend that by the time his plane touched down, Phyllis would most likely have been located. Billy will also insist on staying with Sally since he wants to enjoy their final night together in Paris. Summer will learn that Phyllis is missing when he summons Chance Chancellor to the GCAC. In an effort to make up for everything he caused Daniel, Summer will beg Chance to assist in finding Phyllis. Amy Lewis will have some news for Nate Hastings and Audra Charles across town as Chance offers to investigate the disappearance of Phyllis. Amy will argue that perhaps it's time for her to return home as well, since she will think Damien Kane did. Audra will bring up Holden Novak's offer of lunch and imply that he may be the intermediary between Damien and him. As long as Audra doesn't allow Holden to dazzle her in return, Nate will persuade Amy to allow Audra to do so. Audra will continue to act as though she had no past relationship with Holden and reassure Nate that it is not possible. Audra will leave to see what she can do after she receives confirmation via text that Damien is also still in town. Nate will hope Damien would agree to visit Amy again and give her a chance to be heard. Amy will agree to Nate giving her medical information to his friend who conducts oncology research, but it will take some persuasion. Damien will discuss Lily Winter's influence on Holden's decision to remain in Genoa City at Crimson Lights. Damien will explain to Holden that they are not connected by blood after acknowledging that he conducted some research and discovered who Lily was. As Damien walks up to Lily and introduces himself, he will continue to be drawn to her. Holden will also be introduced to Lily, so she will be subjected to criticism for their fictitious Damien swindle. Damien will admit that Lily is the reason he didn't fly away as scheduled once Holden leaves. Instead of finding that flattering, Lily would find it painful because she believes Damien should be concentrating on his mother at the moment. Lily will also wonder how Damien managed to achieve such rapid commercial success. Damien will acknowledge that he sets his own rules, but he will maintain that he built his empire in a legal manner. When Damien invites Lily to join him for dinner, she will advise him to try again when he has reconciled with Amy. Audra will meet with Holden at Society and try to persuade him to reconsider Damien's plan to see his mother. Holden won't give specifics, but he will hint to the woman Damien hung out in Genoa City for. When Damien returns to Nate's apartment in search of his mother, Amy and Nate will be shocked. We'll give you predictions about what is ahead for these two because spoilers for The Young and the Restless suggest that Amy will have a lot more to say to Damien. As Summer Newman's obsession erupts, Victor Newman will caution heartbreaker Kyle Abbott, according to The Young and the Restless recap for Wednesday, February 19th. Michael Baldwin and Lauren Fenmore Baldwin will discuss Victor pursuing Jack Abbott once more in the Jazz Lounge. Given that Michael could have died in the midst of the mayhem at the ranch, Lauren will gripe about his devotion to Victor. Michael will only tell Lauren the narrative he told Chance Chancellor after she presses him to tell her the whole truth. Although Michael will defend the conclusion because it was advantageous for everyone, Lauren will be concerned that he is lying. The removal of Ian Ward and Jordan will be crucial. Lauren will still be apprehensive, but she will allow Michael to divert her attention with a dance before they go upstairs to make love. Summer will be persuaded to leave Society by Daniel Romalotti Jr., but not before glaring at Kyle and Claire Newman. Daniel will acknowledge at the athletic club that he is worried about Phyllis Summers' radio silence, particularly because she was constantly phoning and texting him prior to him accepting Billy Abbott's job offer. Daniel won't believe it because Phyllis made a great production out of their family breakfast tomorrow, but Summer will entertain the idea that she may have followed Billy to Paris. Summer won't believe there's any reason to fret because Phyllis may have misplaced her phone or may have already fallen asleep. Summer will ultimately advise that they should only be concerned if they are unable to get in touch with Phyllis by the time she arrives for breakfast. Eventually, the conversation will return to Summer's apparent obsession and jealousy with Kyle's romance. Now that they appear to be back on track, Daniel won't want Summer to ruin things with Chance Chancellor. Summer will explain that just because they had one dinner together, it doesn't indicate they're dating again. Summer still won't be certain she can get past the drama surrounding Daniel's incarceration. Summer's obsession with Kyle's romantic life will continue to worry Daniel, who will urge her to move on. After claiming that Daniel is the only one who is fixated on this, Summer will finally demand that all conversation about Kyle be avoided. When Nikki Newman returns to Society on Wednesday's YNR episode, she will discover that Claire's dinner with Kyle and Victor has already descended into conflict. Kyle will question how Victor, unless he intends to start it personally, can be so certain that another Abbott family collapse will occur. Nikki will admit that she's also interested in that. But Victor will just pretend that once Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott destroy themselves, Claire will be trapped in the thick of the drama. Victor also predicts that if this connection lasts, Kyle will shatter Claire's heart the way he broke Summer's. Victor will threaten to deal with Kyle if he dares to harm Claire in any manner. Victor will run across Jack and Diane as they are leaving Society. Before he stomps away, Victor will exhort Diane and Jack to relish their manufactured happiness. There will be persistent worries about what Victor is planning to do to the Abbotts next, even though Claire will reassure everyone that he isn't frightening her away. This is far from finished, and even Nikki will anticipate that more turmoil is on the horizon and advise them to brace themselves. He will disregard Victor's call and concentrate on making love to her in Michael and Lauren's suite. Michael will receive a voicemail from Victor telling him to obtain as much information as possible on Jabot's plans as soon as possible. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, Victor will be waiting for any fresh information Michael may have, so keep checking back. He Young and the Restless, Billy's alliance with Aristotle might cause more issues than he anticipated. Stay back for more surprising news. Billy Abbott will receive an SOS in Paris as Phyllis Summers' disappearance will be looked into, according to the Young and the Restless recap for Thursday, February 20th.